Good morning, fans of Merfolk. Today we're going to be trying something a little bit different, mono green Hardened Scales. Let's jump right into it. Hardened Scales is an enchantment for green. If one or more +1/+1 counters would be put on a creature you control, that many +1/+1 counters are put on +1/+1 counters are put on it instead. So we are pretty much building around Deeper Elite, 1/1 for 2. Whenever another Merfolk enters the battlefield, we could put a +1/+1 counter. We're also running the Wild Growth Walker and Explorer package. So this is a 1/3 for 2. It's an elemental, it's not a merfolk. There's a little bit of non-synergy that can happen sometimes in this deck, but I think this is probably still the way to go. So it's a 1/3 whenever a creature we control explores, put a +1/+1 counter on Wild Growth Walker, and we gain 3 life. Of course, explore being either draw a card or put a +1/+1 counter. So from the bottom we got Hardened Scales, Communis Speaker. We're also playing Snakeskin's Veil, instant for green, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, and it gains hexproof until end of turn. We're playing the Merfolk Branchwalker, who explores once, Jadelight Ranger, who explores twice. In the 3-drop slot, we're also playing Vine Shaper Mystic, who is a 1/3 for 3, who puts 2 +1/+1 counters on, she can put 1 on each of up to 2 Merfolk. So with the Hardened Scales, we're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 for 3, which is pretty good, power and toughness. And the 4-drop slot, we're still on Collected Company with a 1-off Vivian Archebo Ranger, who can put 2 +1/+1 counters. She can make our creature deal damage, and she can also fetch a creature card from sideboard. So we do have a couple of sideboard cards here. You can pretty much just put whatever you like. I got Scavenging Ooze, Shifting Ceratops, Vine Mare, Elder Gargaroth, Vorinclex, who also likes putting +1/+1 counters, but he's a little bit too big. Ochre Jelly and Voracious Hydra. And then as far as lands go, 23, we got 15 Forest, 4 Hashep Oasis, 2 Boseiju, and 2 Lair of the Hydra. So let's jump right into it. On the play, Hardened Scales in hand, that's a keep. Definitely want Hardened Scales. You definitely want to mulligan a little bit aggressively in this deck. Definitely going to 6, maybe going to 5. If you're not playing Hardened Scales, the deck kind of doesn't do so great, but it can still put up some results sometimes. But in a world of Thoughtseize Fatal Push and Burning Tree Emissary, you don't really want to just be playing 1-drop Merfolk, 2-drop Merfolk with no Hardened Scales. And we're going to play on curve, even though we're playing into Fatal Push. Maybe we'll hit a Deeper Lead off the top and we can hold up Snakeskin Veil. Or Walker. Unfortunately, I think it's optimal to keep Snakeskin Veil up. Just thinking about this, it's not what I want. I'm trying to think about if I want to force another +1/+1 counter. I think we'll just go Graveyard. And then we'll definitely keep that one on top. And I would have loved to put the other Hardened Scales down, but this creature's too important. So if we're lucky, we'll get to pump him again when we play the Jadelight Ranger next turn. We'll probably see a Siege Rhino here from opponent. There's only a 4/5. So opponent probably going to hold the block, and we will just play out our hand. We'll see if opponent wants to go down to 3. They do. We got 6 points of damage here. I did pretty bad math the other day. So I think we'll take this one rather than this one because they could just bring it back. We'll see if they have some kind of resurrection spell. And we might need Vivian for trample. That's the only way of going truly over the top in this deck. See if they have a Heartless Act. Actually, that would only remove counters. So our bodies are getting humongous, but we're not really gaining too much card advantage. I guess I'm swinging with a 1921. I could probably just be pleased with myself for that. Opponent's gonna need I guess like a board wipe here, even though they're playing permanents themselves. Alright, good game. That was pretty fun. Okay, on the play. No Hardened Scales. No 1-drop. No in-hand synergy. But we do have 2 Wild Growth Walker. Okay, we're up against Angels, who pretty much do what we're trying to do better than what we are doing. So, we'll see how this goes. We're pretty much praying for Explore Body off the top. Angels just gain so much life, and they don't have to worry about, like for instance, we have 2 elementals that care about exploring, and we have 2 merfolk that care about merfolk. So we're having a little bit of a non-synergy here in our deck. However, in this deck, they don't have to worry about that. They just gain 4 life, and then maybe they gain 8 life. They gain 12 life. It gets pretty crazy. I think they'll probably just take the 1. Okay, we're in a good position. We just need a little bit of better synergy in the deck. Worst case scenario, we can just start playing our Vine Shaper Mystics, but I'm kind of afraid if they hit their green source they have, that they're going to pull away from us. Maybe they'll play Skyclave Apparition. They're probably just going to keep playing some Angels. Unfortunately, I think they're going to out-green us this game. And opponent's getting pretty big. We're not gaining life. They're gaining a ton of life. They're just going to beat us in the air, it looks like. There's no Merfolk Trickster in this deck. We'll see if it's enough. It's a little bit too late, I think. Yeah, unfortunately it's not enough. Opponent's at 60 life. But hey, we had fun. And so if you like what you see, please consider playing the Angels deck as well. If you got enough rare wild cards for all these lovely, lovely 2-drops that aren't super busted in every way, shape, or form. And we'll see how much damage we can push in for. Sadly, it was only 40 damage, not quite enough. Good game, opponent. On the play, not a keepable hand. Looks like that's the keep. It's probably Jade Light. Unless we want to go all in on this one guy not getting removed. I think it's better to keep the Veil here. For instance, I think I'm gonna slow roll this hand because we can play Wild Growth, we can Snake Veil, versus if we don't do that, we're doing nothing. Because we don't want to just be playing Jade Light Rangers. We don't just want to be playing 2-1 for 3. Opponent should have done this in our pre-draw phase. Maybe that is still what's happening. If this is my main phase, I will use the mana. So opponent did it right. Unfortunately, our land comes in tapped. And I am super afraid of Fatal Push, so I'm gonna play the little one. Alright, our cards are doing something. I was just thinking about curving for damage. I think I'd rather sack and keep the 3 power on the board. I mean, I'm sorry, I think I'd rather discard Keep the 3 power on the board, even though that's super value for us. Alright, our neck is stuck all the way out of our turtle shell, and we're going to try and take a big bite out of opponent. Alright, we got it. I just want to figure out my favorite way of getting there. Alright, good game. On the play, good curve, bad lands, no hardened scales. I think it's a keep. We're signed up for pain a little bit. If we can get our strategy going, we will gain a life back. So this could be elves. This could be the combo with fight rigging. I should have swung before tapping out my mana if I did want to threaten him. I kind of forgot that this would not pump up from this. So he cannot attack or block unless we control another creature with power 4 or greater, and unfortunately we are doing nothing this turn. Missing the land drop's really gonna hurt us as far as tempo there. Okay, there's our desperately required land drop. Probably just gonna go big here. We'll push in for 5 while we can. And I'm not super sure what we're gonna do about the Ronas. I think we'll just have to let a collected company help us out. We'll try to go more wide than them. But if they're casting spells for free, that might be a bit of a problem. Unless we hit Vivian and we can just trample over the top. No hardened scales, so we're kind of playing small. We could go Coco or we could go Mystic. I think we should go Mystic and swing. Alright, we got it. Good game. I thought we were going to lose that one for sure. They must have had an empty hand. On the play, Hardened Scales. I guess it's a snap keep, huh? Even though we're missing 2-drop. Decisions. Bit of a slower start here, but I kind of want to play towards, how do I say it? Hitting the nut off the top. That's not the one. So we could be pushing in for a whopping 1 damage here. We might eat the Hardened Scales anyway. I feel like I should probably play the Jade Light and swing in for 2, and he won't block. And we get value. It's Rack-Sack, so we gotta go super tall. Because he can just pop our dudes with the Mayhem Devil. So I'd rather my Jade Light get extra big. And maybe we can even hit Wild Growth off the top with the Collected Company first. Opponent probably thinking, what the hell is this guy doing? He's doing nothing. Big swing, no blocks. So we want him to think that we have a Snake Skin Veil. You always want to make your opponent think that you have the opposite of whatever you do have if you're doing nothing. It must be like this. And we could hit the Vine Shaper Mystic off the top. Push in for 2 more, 3, 4, 5 more points of damage. I kind of want to draw the removal spell. I want to play around his sorcery speed removal. I might do an ambush block on his turn next turn. I just want him to become impatient and blow all his mana and give me like a path to victory. Give me an opening, so to say. So if he's smart, he'll probably just pop his blood. I'll hit him with the hello. Guess we have Coco now, we don't have to fake our stops. That's fine. There's the Fatal Push. Much rather have it on that guy than our Wild Growth Walker. Okay, opponent is in fact 3 colors. Fable, a very powerful card. So it's time to see who will dominate the mid-range of this game. And we are ready to stick our neck out. Let's go! Hopefully at least one of these guys survives. Ideally, we can have both of them surviving. Oh, that's fun. I think I'm going Jade Light here for the guaranteed value. And we can still represent Snakeskin Veil. I'm not sure how stops work on my own turn. Oh, come on, dude. Don't Fatal Push me twice in a row. Yeah, we'll take that one. And we'll swing with our 7-9. Opponent's turn to make some important decisions. Oh, it's that deck, huh? Okay, there's Parhelion. He's probably got the Grease Fang in his hands. I think we can win this. Unfortunately, we don't have Breach. Could gain upwards of 6 life here. I don't think that's enough. I'll do the math. So we could have 17. -4 would not be enough. He can discard his Parhelion, he can resurrect his dude, but he can't do both. Oh, yes, he can with his treasure.
Close your eyes. Breathe.
Unless he doesn't have land. We gotta pray he doesn't have land. Oh, we could take away his blocker. And he would just chump. So we're praying that he doesn't have 5th land, which might be a bit of a stretch, but we'll see.
We're gonna tear you apart.
Just waiting to smash our attack button here. So he'll use his treasure to sack his blood, discarding his Parhelion, and then if he has 5th land, he will resurrect his Greasefang creature. So we need opponent to be stuck on 4 land and have a chance. Of course. Good game. Alright, so that's mono green Hardened Scales Merfolk. I could probably change the name of the deck, but as you see, I need to get some more heroic intervention. That's the only thing that beats Supreme Verdict in green. You know how I feel about getting board swept. How do I like this deck? It's pretty cute. It's pretty fun. I think that's an important aspect of Magic cards that I sometimes lose sight of here in the arena when I'm grinding my coins is this deck's pretty fun, dude. It's fun to play Magic. Um, it's fun to play Hardened Scales, get a Humongo, Wild Growth Walker, play your Explore Creatures. It's fun to go Merfolk, Merfolk, Merfolk. This is a line we did not see today, but the nut draw you can pretty much go like Hardened Scales, Deep Root Elite, Divine Shaper Mystic, and you're punching in for some serious significant damage. So yeah, that's the deck. Hope you had a fun time watching the video. Make sure to like and subscribe and have fun in your own Merfolk journey.